Welcome to the Distance Learning Kitchen, where we put a little heart into everything we make. Today we're going to do something a little differently with the muffin method of mixing. Instead of the straight standard method, we're going to see how we can look at a variety of recipes and switch it up a little bit, but still keep those same basic principles. Today we're going to be making pumpkin donuts. Doesn't that sound wonderful? It's pumpkin time, guys. We're ready for pumpkin. So let's take a look at our mise en place. We have oil, eggs, sugar. I need cinnamon and nutmeg and a little bit of ginger. And I put all three in here because they're all going to be mixed in together, but I can definitely see the three different ones that are here, so I can make sure they're all there. I need salt, and I needed a little bit of baking powder, pumpkin, and flour. And then later we're going to be using this cinnamon and sugar mix to put on top of the donuts after they bake. Before I go and start mixing this, I just want to show you the nutmeg grater. This is wonderful because you can have fresh spices, and you take a nutmeg and you just grate it on here. And you can see, hopefully, the nutmeg just tapping down. And what's great is this one has a little holder for the nutmeg, so I can just put it right in my cabinet where I keep my spices, and it's ready to go for the next time. I never wash this because it's only used for nutmeg. So our instructions say that we need to take our oil and our eggs, our sugar, our spices, our baking powder, our salt, and our pumpkin. And we are going to mix this until it is nice and smooth. You can mix it with a whisk or a hand mixer, whichever you prefer. And I'm just going to move this a little bit out of the way so it doesn't get in the way of our mixing. Hand mixer here all ready to go. Always start your mixer on the lowest speed so that you don't have this going everywhere. Our main goal here is to get our sugar mixed up so that it's not visible. Doesn't this look like autumn in a bowl? Oh my gosh. Get your rubber scraper, scrape your edges. Make sure the bottom of your bowl is good and scraped, and this looks lovely. At this point, we are completely finished with our hand mixer. And we're ready to add our flour. We're used to the muffin method of mixing where we put all of our dry ingredients in one bowl, make the well, and then we add the liquid. This is the reverse, but the mixing is still the same. We do not want to mix this until it's smooth. That would just be too much. So we're going to use a rubber scraper. You could use a wooden spoon if you would like. And we're just going to mix this together until it's all moistened and mixed. In a moment, I'm going to be taking this batter and putting it into our prepared pans. Now, it says that I can use these muffin pans, which I actually have one, and then it does state that if you don't have if you don't have a donut pan, you can use muffin pans. And I think I might have just said that wrong. You can put these into donut pans, or you can put them into muffin pans. Just know that it's going to take a little bit of different timing when it goes into the oven. All right, so you can see that I still have little bits of flour, and I do want to get that in, and I want to get that incorporated, get that flour off the top. But you can see that our batter is lumpy, and we do want that. All right, this looks great. Now I have a little bit of flour on my rubber scraper, so we'll just take care of that, just like that. All right, for our pans, it says that they want us to take our pans and to grease them lightly. I have a pan here, and what I do, you can see where I have sprayed it with some of the nonstick cooking spray. I do this in my sink so that any overspray goes right in the sink, and it makes cleanup so much easier. Instead of trying to do it on my counter, then that's just extra stuff that I have to worry about when I'm cleaning. All right, so this says that we're going to take 1/4 cup of our batter, and we're going to put it into our pans. And what I have grabbed is I have a little skinny scraper, which will help me to get all of my batter and just kind of spread that out there. All right. And I like to always keep something for my rubber scrapers, my wooden spoons, so that I don't slop up my counter so much. Oops. There we go. And just spread the batter evenly around. And I can come back and adjust these. The recipe does say about 3/4 full on these little donut pans. With this time of year, the weather is getting cooler. Today we have the rain. The leaves are starting to change color. This is just the time of year I love to bake. I don't know what it is, but I love the autumn flavors. And so cinnamon and nutmeg and ginger, those are just such good flavors to me. And so many of our quick breads that are out there just lend themselves to this time of year. Oh, that one looks so much better. Oh, I can just taste these. And I'll show you what we need to do when you do what I just did on that pan and make a little bit of a mess. It definitely is worth taking a little bit of extra time right now and cleaning our pan before it goes in the oven, because when it comes out, all of that will be baked on and it's harder to get off. All right. So let's take a look at what we have here. I definitely need to get that in there. Okay. And I'll grab a paper towel for that. This one, definitely want to bring that over. I think this looks pretty good, guys. What do you think? I know that you'll like these if you could taste them. And again, you don't need a donut pan. You can use a muffin pan to do these, a muffin tin. All right. All right, I'm going to grab a paper towel real quick. Sorry to have my back towards you, but I do like to clean my pan edge. Just makes it that much better when I get done. All right, so these are going to cook for about 15 to 18 minutes. So let me take them to the oven. And set my timer. And if you remember from one of our exercises in class, we always use the lowest time for setting our timer, because if that's all the time it needs, if we set it for the higher time, our baked good will burn, and we don't need to do that. So here's going to be the great test. I am going to work on figuring out how to put videos together. I need to pause this so that I can wait for those to bake, and when we come back, you'll be able to see the finished product. So I'll see you in a few. All right, the timer has rung. Let's go check out our donuts. Oh my goodness, I'm going to check them with a tester. And when it's inserted and comes out clean and not doughy, then it is ready. They're done. They look fabulous. Look at this, guys. Oh my gosh. All right, we have to let these cool for about 5 minutes before we can take them out of the pan, and then I'll show you what comes next. All right, guys, it's time to take these out of the pan, and they just come out so easy. Look at that. Oh, super nice. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a cinnamon and sugar mixture, and we're going to put it in a brown paper bag, and then we're going to put the donuts in, and we're going to shake them up and coat them with some of the cinnamon and sugar. And I also have some others that I cooked in a different pan just to try it out, see how it is. So let me just put some in here. Now, this bag is kind of overkill, I know. All my little brown paper bags are at school, and I can't get to them because I took mine to school. Oh well, that was last spring. So let's just, and we're going to shake them up and coat them. Oh yes, woo, look at the cloud from the cinnamon. Oh yes. Let me put those over here. And let me put the others in. And it's nice because they don't break. And another thing about the cake donuts is they're baked, they're not fried, so you don't have all that extra oil. All right, oh, lovely. And one last one from this pan. Look at that nice cinnamon and sugar on there. And let me move this bag and show you what we have. Oh my gosh, guys. Pumpkin donuts with a nice cinnamon sugar on top. Break them open. Look how nice and tender that is on the inside. Oh my gosh. Let's give it a try. It's autumn. This tastes like autumn. Delicious, guys. Remember, have fun in your kitchen. Have fun creating. Enjoy the process. Share it with those you love. And put a little heart in everything you make.